So this Target boycott thing, I guess to some degree it's been effective. They did it for one day, I believe, last week or the week before, obviously in America, where people boycotted Target and other stores for an entire day. And then that went good. So people were like, okay, let's try to boycott for 40 days. And I see why you're like, yes, this is effective. Maybe this is like the strongest boycott since, I don't know, like the 60s, the 1965, where they would do like the different boycotts. But it's also like, when is boycotting enough? When is it just enough to say, you know what? This society is declining. I'm going to divest and reinvest my energy, my time, my resources somewhere else because it's a declined society. I mean, with America, you can boycott all you want and they may give you a little leeway. They may be like, hey, we'll give back some DEI, or maybe they'll say, no, we're not going to give back any because you know who's in office. Maybe they're just like, maybe they'll hold it out and change their business model and switch the prices up, because that's also an option that they could take and try to be more like top tier, even serving a completely different demographic. But there's interesting times. I mean, again, it reminds me of 2020 when back in America, we lived in America in 2020 up to August 2020, okay? And so back in 2020, all the things with George Floyd that happened, rest in peace to our brother that was slaughtered by police. Rest in peace. But it's like, how long do you march? How long do you boycott? How long do you just continue to fall for this stuff until it's like enough is enough? I'm over it at this point. Like, when is it like, let me look elsewhere and see what else is out there? I mean, you can go to places on a digital nomad visa now. Obviously, I'm in Mauritius, Africa. You can go to South Africa. You can go to Kenya. Kenya has awesome visas if you're over 35. I'm not over 35, so I don't qualify a lot of their stuff. But Kenya is a great option. If you want the convenience, you want the technology, you want the houses that look fantastic, Kenya is a great option. You can do Botswana, you can do Namibia. Namibia has a digital nomad visa. I'm low-key like telling my husband I would love to spend a nice little 6 months in Namibia, you know, because they got the desert sands that meet the ocean. I'm just like, that's probably an entire vibe. And one of the vloggers that I've listened to for years before even traveling leaving Ohio, is in Namibia right now. And really loving it. It's like, there's just an entire world out there. You don't have to continue to boycott if you don't want to. Now, if you just love boycotting, that's your thing, you're like, I need to boycott forever, I respect that. That's cool. That's your prerogative. If that's just like what you want to do, I get that. But for me, I'm not boycotting anything else for America, in America. The best boycott that you can do is to leave, is to get your international bank accounts and to leave and go invest your money on the African continent in an African economy. That's the best route you can do. That's the best boycott. I haven't shopped at Target in 5 years because I don't live in America. I shop local because I live in Africa. You know, like, shop with local retailers, small businesses. Of course, there are a few big chains here, but the big chains here are like from France. So they're not even American big chains. They're just like, I think I saw Super U is also in Burkina Faso, also a French colony. So yeah, my money doesn't go to American corporations, except like some of the business tools that we have to pay for, business expenses. We do pay for a lot of American software because the type of business we run requires that. Lead Pages being one of those main ones that we have to pay for right now. But other than that, like when it comes to food, clothing, just like stuff that you get, we get in Africa, and that's it. Yeah, so I don't know, it's just feeling like 2020 is really feeling like, again, you're gonna have this divide of people. You're gonna have people that see what the system is like for real and say, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. And then you have people that just want to stay and fight. You know, there's a new thing that people want reparations. I'm like, if they're going to do that, they would have been did that. They're not going to do that. They're absolutely not going to do that. So it's like, you might as well not waste your hope and your time, because the thing is, each day that you put your hope in something false, you're taking away truth, reality, and energy from what's true and what could really change your lineage in a sustainable format. What could really be the game changer. Like, this life we live is mind-blowing, and we live it because we took a chance. We took a risk. And the risk is paying off. Living in Mauritius over a year, it's like, wow. I literally live on an island. An African island at that. An island, I didn't ever know I wanted to be an island girl, but here I am being an island girl. An island woman, okay? With my children. They love it, you know. They get to go to like the forest that's free. The beaches are free. I was born in Florida. Florida beaches, oh my gosh, never free. Florida beaches are not free, ma'am, sir. They're just not. Although I love the white sands that they have in Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg. You know, I didn't really get to visit. I haven't been to Florida since 2018 when we took a cruise with the children. But, you know, our children are well-traveled. That was something that my husband and I, that was one of our values, even as a young couple, young parents. We were like, we want them to travel. We want them to experience life. Being someone that grew up in the same house, K through 12, what people would call the American dream and stability. I just remember always wishing that I could just go somewhere else, that I could just travel. I just remember that as a child, and like really discerning, like, what are these things that are like, oh, your child should grow up in this one specific place forever. Like, is that reality? Should they really? Because I grew up like that. And I remember all the time wishing I could go somewhere. Asking my mom and dad, hey, can I switch schools? Can I go? No. Can I go somewhere else? Can I like travel? I would love traveling in the summer, going to Indiana, because my dad had 2 properties. So at least I could travel to Indianapolis, Indiana, which is 3 hours away from Columbus, Ohio. But I mean, what's Indiana compared to, you know, traveling Mauritius, Africa, traveling Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, South Africa? What is that? And I'm gonna just put out there, I'd love to see Vietnam and the Philippines as well. I would. Straight up, I'd love to. Absolutely. Dubai just launched a new golden visa for content creators. They explicitly put in the description that it's for copywriters, graphic designers, freelancers, and consultants. And this is why we started Black Educators Amplified, because there are favors and opportunities out there when you have your ducks in a row, when you have your business started and lined up, when you're able to book clients on demand using a formula to have repeatable sales. You don't just want a business that's just like pop up, oh, I have clients this day, now I don't tomorrow. Like, master marketing, master revenue generation, master the steps that it takes to get a client in your door and out the door, and then to retain those clients later on for years to come. We know on average 50% of the clients that come through our door are going to come back in about 12 to 18 months. How do we know? Because we look at the data. That's what the data says over the past 9 years. If you're not looking at the data, it's like, what are you doing? So those are just my thoughts on the boycott. I mean, congrats, 40 days. That should make a huge dent in their revenue, but I just wonder after that, what's next? But the good thing, I'm sure a lot of people will save money. So there's that, you know, you'll save money. And maybe, you know, maybe that's like the step you need to debrief to see, oh, I can't survive without Target. I had a Target right down from the street from me growing up. I know Target, look, I love Target too. Left it behind. Because I don't love Target, Panera, Walmart, Tesla, any of those things more than I love my freedom and my children's freedom. Life is truly about living life freely, not in a system, not in something where it's like you gotta work 50 hours. Again, the thing I love about island life on Sundays, today's Sunday, we knew we had to go to the grocery store early because again, at 3 p.m., they're gonna shut those doors and you're not gonna be able to go shopping. So life comes first on this island. This is what I love about Africa in general, islands as well. Check out some other islands that got digital nomad visas like Vanuatu, okay? But on an island and in Africa, life comes first. So work has to fit around life, not life fits around work. You see how that works? Work does not fit, work has to fit around life, not life has to fit around work, okay? And so, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, just hop on a plane. Before you hop on the plane though, get your business together, get your business in order. Run your online consulting firm. You're like, how do I do that? I'm like, ma'am, sir, binge the Black Educators Amplified playlist. It's about 30 hours worth of content that you can binge and learn, and then check out, read the enrollment guide, see if it's right for you. See, you know, maybe this makes sense. I did a recent video talking about the top 7 new business ideas for online consultants and how they're gonna change in the age of AI. And so if you understand what's coming, you understand that you're getting sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're tired of marching, hooping and hollering, boycotting, you know, it's always some kind of struggle. Like, you just want to be in a society that's peaceful, that you don't got hoop and holler everywhere, that you can have your international clients and have your premium visa or your 10-year self-employed entrepreneur visa without all of the just extra. It's not the season for extra. We live our soft life over here, a beautiful life, homeschool, travel, worship, do art. I was painting yesterday. Fabulous painting. I may paint again today before a writing workshop that I have, a one-to-one writing session. But yeah, if you're a copywriter, that was on the list as well in the last video. Life can be so easy if you allow it to be, but it's only complex when we just continue to struggle in Western society, when Western society is struggling within itself. It just is. Shalom, shalom. I'll see you in the next video. Binge the Black Educators Amplified playlist, binge the Mauritius Africa playlist, and be blessed. Be discerning and go live your best life.